Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, all my beautiful ladies. Good morning. So I am in good spirits. I really am. But I have been talking to a lot of ladies about stories of triumph. And even though we can get super duper excited and feel great when we hear how someone has overcome a challenge, we do still have to go through the muck of hearing their story. And as an empath, trust me, I've been watching myself and my energy to stay grounded and not to take on any unnecessary energy, but I still can't help but still be moved mentally and spiritually by some of these women and their stories. And we all have a story to tell. And I've noticed a recurring theme with all of these women is this mindset of, look at all of this stupid stuff that I've done, or not all of them, but quite a few of them, where they've looked at their lives and they're like, man, it's just been a series of unfortunate events. And these are some of the things that I've been doing since I was a teenager or a little bitty girl, and feeling like their life is cursed. And if you feel like your life is cursed, and then you have the audacity to get a little bit of an inkling of hope to think that you can change your life by building a business, all of the challenges that come with building a business may also make you feel like the business is cursed. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, because I have seen women associate the negative side of karma with a lack of success in their business. And I want you to realize that you've already paid for it. Now, my Christian people, you need to realize that Jesus paid for it. But if you're not, I need you to realize that you already paid for it. I mean, we've had women that have gotten pregnant, have had abortions, that have been strippers. We've had people that have misused funds and, sacrificed things that could have been happening for their families. We've had people that have been dealing with situations with their health, their kids' health, and still have decided to build their business anyway. I mean, women are going through all kinds of challenges, and these challenges, they don't have anything to do with karma. They just have to do with the fact that one of us has to decide that we're going to break the generational curse. And that generational curse oftentimes comes because of a lack of knowledge. When we decide to get out here and build a business, that's when we realize that we don't know what we don't know. And not only that, it's funny that we live in a society where it's cute to be competitive. Who got the best sexy? Which one of us is the man gonna holla at? We've been taught to compete, and then we have superficial fulfillment of our beauty based on, who chooses the prize. And most of us are not taught to look at the beauty within for real. And then also the beauty outwardly, and then boldly be able to express it. I was talking to my baby girl the other day. She had just gotten dressed. We were going to go hang out. And I looked at her, I said, "Oh, Nini boo, you're so cute. Thank you, Mom. I'm beautiful." And I just sat there and I grinned. Because I know for me coming up as a child, that's not what you did. When I would get dressed up, and I remember that one time that I came in the room, "Look at me. Don't I look cute?" Girl, don't do that. Be humble. You wait for somebody else to tell you that you look cute. That's just being arrogant. And I mean, I got checked so hard, so fast, and I was so young that I didn't do it anymore. But when you're a business owner, that boldness and that love and respect for yourself, that knowing that you got it is mandatory, for you to attract clients that are gonna trust you because they see that that you've got it. So, having this confidence and standing up for yourself, most of you were robbed of it. You were stripped of it. If you had an abortion, 9 times out of 10, you weren't taught how to love yourself. Oh, you might have been taught about the birds and the bees. And even with that, my daughter, I remember I used to sit next to her and I would put my arm around her. I'd be like, "Hey, this is a slick move a dude gonna do." And like barely take the tip of my finger and make it slightly touch her breast. And she'd be like, "Oh, Mom, stop. This is gross." So I'm like, "Look, I need you to know the move." You know what I'm saying? And I know that this is weird, but just do it. I said, the thing about it is when it's a guy that you like, you're going to be sitting there and your brain is going to be like, "Oh my God, okay, he didn't try to do that. Or maybe he did." But because you are so confused and you don't say anything, and because it naturally feels good, the next thing that's going to happen is he's going to go a little further. And before you know it, it's the foreplay that'll get you trapped up. So mama's not just sitting here telling you don't have sex, don't have sex. Mama's telling you to make sure that you are keeping the distance and making sure that that a young man knows how to honor your body, and he's not just supposed to, casually touch and then end up groping all over you. And we had conversations about the things that they would say. And I told her about when I was young and I lost my virginity, and I was very upfront and straightforward with her about my abortions and all of those things. And so she held it, and she held it for a longer time. And I remember when we watched the movie Taken. How many of you remember Taken? I know I love that movie. And when that gentleman's daughter, I was sold, I was like, everything. I used to be like, I know it probably got on her nerves, but I was like, look, KK, do you see that? She was the last one sold, and she was sold for the highest price because she was considered, because she had never been touched. And so even though I was a Christian, hardcore rolling and in church, instead of telling her she gonna die and go to hell, I was trying to teach her value. I was trying to teach her the game, things like that. And so I redeemed myself from, being promiscuous and having abortions and doing these things by just what I did for my daughter. And so looking at my life and saying, but yeah, you still got pregnant again and you were a teen mom or whatever. I can keep going back and forth like I just did and said, but these are the things that I did to redeem myself, and not just redeem myself from what I did, but even redeem myself from what my parents or my ancestors did. Like my mother didn't raise me. So I could be, well, if my mother didn't raise me, then surely I'm not worth anything good. But you know what? I made sure I kept that vow for my oldest daughter. And I said I was going to be there. And I made sure that no one else took care of her. I actually didn't join the military because I was going to have to sign over parental guardianship. And I wasn't doing anything where somebody might be like, you know what? I think I'm a retain parental guardianship because I think I'd be a better mother to her than you. And so I could have been in the Navy. I literally was only 2 points away from being in the nuclear program. And my recruiter was like, will you retake the ASVAB? That's just how fucking good I had it.
So ladies, I don't know what your story is, and I know that I just kind of gave a bunch of random personal things, but let's just be real. Sometimes we just sit back and look over our lives when we get in those dark places in our business, and we think about the mistakes that we made or the things that we did, and we're like, well, maybe God isn't going to bless me. Maybe this is the universe's way of paying me back. But mercy and grace is real. You know, a lot of times unmerited favor is just rained down on us because the divine wants us to know that we are loved. And there are other times when we've made mistakes, and just like we've given people mercy, mercy is extended to us. So karma is not hurting your business. Just take the moment to look at everything that you're going through and say, how does this become a learning tool for me? And how do I take my business and my life to another level by pushing and persevering through and leaning into my greatness and tapping into it? It's there. You just haven't used it, so it's dormant. You can do this. And by deciding to stand, you're going to show other women that they can too. So if you haven't registered for the Authentic Collective Summit, this is what this summit is all about. It is about the stories of triumph and redemption, and also infusing in those stories, I'm showing you through the speakers how it's impacting your business so that you can reverse that shit and you can excel and evolve, because your change is going to be the catalyst for the change in your business. Your spirit of knowing that you deserve and your ability to attract something different, that's what's required. So ladies, I love you. I'm going to give you your time to go meditate on this. I'm sure that this one should have pricked your spirit a little bit differently, but whatever you do, make sure that you register for the Authentic Collective Summit. I'm going to put the link in the notes, but you can always head over to augustcrenshaw.com, and it's the third tab. Click Summit, get registered. It takes 2 seconds to put your name and your email in. We don't kick off until December, but there are going to be a lot of great things going on between now and then. In the meantime, in between time, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless, signing out. Deuces!
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher, unlock the fire.